For the estimated 1.4 million people who work freelance in the UK, navigating their way through the legislation governing tax and VAT returns, invoices and expenses claims can be daunting. Brookson aims to make life easier for this independent workforce, believing it to be an asset to Britain's finance well-being.
It's one of the few competitive advantages that the UK economy has at the moment, and we mess with that at our peril, I think. I don't believe any recent governments have fully understood the value of the freelance workforce, and they've certainly not created an environment for them to thrive and grow in. Freelancers and contractors are basically self-starting, self-reliant, self-sufficient individuals. They'll go where the work is, and they'll be very inventive and creative about finding work.
From its Warrington-based offices, Brookson has provided accountancy, tax advice and other support services to 42,000 self-employed people from a range of professions since it was formed in 1995. Its founders, contract engineer Rick Nevinson and his wife Carolyn, spotted a gap in the market close to home.
I was doing Rick's accounts for him on an ongoing basis to keep him up to date, and his friends were having a completely different experience whereby they were waiting till the end of the year, going to their accountants, getting some surprises and a great big tax bill and a great big accountancy bill, and they were just complaining all the time. And Rick said, well, I don't have that problem. And when we worked out why that was, it was because I was keeping on top of it on an ongoing basis and not waiting till the end of the year. So we suggested that we could help them out in that way.
Previously, traditional accountancy service was just take your bag of receipts at the end of the year, get it signed off, find out what your tax bill was, be horrified, and then try and remortgage your house to pay for it. We wanted a service that kept people in touch on a weekly basis. So they got paid for the services they provided, took account of their expenses, put some money aside for the tax, and what was left over was theirs to spend.
Through customer recommendations and marketing to recruitment agencies, Brookson built a client base that was historically engineering-based clients but continues to widen as the firm identifies new opportunities for growth. A focus on the customer experience is key, it says.
We need to understand what each customer's like and really understand contractors. I think that is something that we're very good at because we were started by contractors. If they want simplicity and they want it easy, make life as simple and straightforward as easy for them as we can. If they wanted to get into a lot of detail and have lots of discussion and go through some really detailed planning about how they're running their business, we need to be able to do that too. So you're going to need to meet both ends of the spectrum.
In the early years, Brookson operated with just a handful of staff. Now it's a multi-million-pound company employing 180 people. They're carefully selected as much as the way they fit into the organisation as the skills they bring to the job. Long-term employees say a family-feel atmosphere has endured.
That ethos carried through all the way through. It was still a family firm, even though it was a much, much bigger company. And that special bond I think all the staff had with each other actually transferred into all the customers that we spoke to. Our customers also felt that they were part of that big happy family, that big band.
Unlike the closest knit families, they've pulled together in tough times. Changes in legislation in 2007 determining the way businesses could be administered meant staff worked around the clock to ensure thousands of new companies and bank accounts were set up for customers by the time the law came into force.
The values of the company shone through. It was a very stressful period. We had phones ringing throughout the day and night as customers tried to understand what was going on, and yet the behaviours of the staff were absolutely exemplary. We stayed calm, we stayed civil, we kept focused on what the customer ultimately needed us to do, and we got through that period.
Most recently, Brookson is invested in developing technology that, simply put, allows non-accountants to better understand their financial circumstances. With Connect, it can now provide daily updates for its customers, just one of the ways the company believes it's pioneering.
Connect is an innovative business dashboard for entrepreneurs and small businesses that provides real-time information on their business performance, on their cash position. Connect isn't just technology. Connect is about a blend of a customer service excellence and technology coming together. The technology provides real-time information, and our people and our staff provide a real hand-holding experience to guide you through running your day-to-day business.
Priding itself with an exemplary compliance record, the company is keen to drive up standards within this specialised area of accounting. Its managing director has been instrumental in establishing the Freelancer and Contractor Services Association, and Brookson operates, it explains, with transparency at all times.
The fundamental vision is to make sure we keep people safe, we take all the hassle away if we possibly can, and allow them the freedom to earn.